Hi there, my name's Sean and I'm a product strategist. In today's video, what I want to talk to you about is just how expensive and time-consuming building a software product can be, but that there also may be a better way for you to bring your product to market through a productized service. So let's dive in. So as I mentioned, software is not just expensive and time-consuming, it's also relatively inflexible. Say, for example, if you purchased a home and wanted to then add a bedroom or remove one, how easy would that be? Software suffers from the same type of challenges. And in the beginning, what we really want you to focus on is validating your value proposition, not reaching infinite scale. As such, what I might want you to consider is bringing your product to market as a productized service first. So let's talk a little bit more about why. During this phase, building software is probably going to take you too long. By comparison, a productized service is just a simple procedure, which is a series of steps that can be built by you and then carried out by your team. So this is important to underscore because the faster you can bring your product to market, once you've identified someone who needs it, the quicker you're going to be able to validate your product's value proposition. One of the reasons why bringing a custom software product to market is so expensive is because of a concept referred to as scope creep. And what I mean by this is when people enter into the build phase for their product, they don't always know exactly what they want to build. As such, that scope keeps changing throughout the process. That leads to budget overruns, which also means that the deadlines are going to continually be extended. It can really be a software killer. And by comparison, a productized service, again, is just a series of steps or a procedure. And typically there's no custom software to build. Since there's no custom software to build and it's just a procedure that you can build by yourself, this means that it's going to keep your budget very much under control and keep your costs way down. Another drawback to building a software product is that software is particularly rigid. Refer back to the example I gave when you purchase a home and want to add a bedroom. Software suffers from the same problem. By comparison, a productized service, again, is just a series of steps, which means that that's something you can modify even on the fly if necessary in order to add more value for the customer. In fact, I've done that quite a bit with my productized service podcast chef, for which there's more detail in the blog article linked below to make an immediate impact once I identify how improving the value proposition can lead to adding more value for my customer. Building for infinite scale right out of the gate is not only wasteful, it's likely to actually hurt your chances of product success. This is because you're more than likely to build something that you want that your customer ultimately doesn't need. Instead, you want to focus on your primary objective, which again is validating your value proposition. You need to make sure that your product solves real customer problems. If it does this, then and only then should you look to further optimize your solution and how you deliver this value to your customer by automating some steps through software. Getting started here looks like identifying the top problem worth solving. Once you have, you can build a procedure designed to solve it. And once you have that available, test it with some early stage customers to ensure that that solution does in fact solve your customer's problem, and that will be progress towards validating your value proposition. If you need any help with this process, I can help you identify your top problem worth solving and then build you a product strategy roadmap to success. If you'd like to learn more, email me at sean@nxtstep.io. Sean, S-E-A-N, at NxtStep, NxtStep.io.